Good morning and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Phil Grandy, and this is my YouTube channel and radio show, philsgang.com radio show. During the presentation, I'm going to explain to you what the market's going to do today, near term and long term. I'm going to answer that question for you. All I need you to do is hit like, subscribe, and share. I'd appreciate that. Okay, so one day before the election, what's going to happen? Well, we're going to get, if tomorrow happens to be a good night and the Democrats get slaughtered, then you're going to get a big relief rally in the stock market. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, one of the biggest problems, the stock market, has been just slaughtered. Now, if you look over here in my chart, this is the S&P over a year. You see this tight channel right in here? Okay, that's beautiful. A lot of power, a lot of buying behind that because interest rates were at zero. That's called QE. They stopped QE in November of 2021. By 2022, it was over. The NASDAQ collapsed, went down 31%. The S&P went down about 28%, and they can't recover. And what we've been having, and you can see these brutal tops, these are lower highs. But you notice the difference, how tight this is compared to how wide this is. It lost all support. When you take QE away and you don't have good earnings and you don't have a capitulation where the market capitulates and everybody just throws their stocks away and say, get me out, get me out. Okay, and then that's where the institutions go in and pick up the stocks on sale, the ones that everybody threw away in panic. Well, we haven't had a capitulation. In fact, the earnings, we just went, we're in our earnings season now, and all indication is the earnings season coming next, the fourth quarter, is going to be brutal, bad, very bad. And so with no QE in sight, they can't do QE. You put this economy in depression already. Look what's happening with inflation due to QE for 13 years. Earnings are horrible, and there's no capitulation because we keep being lied to how great everything is. And so what we're looking for, I think tomorrow is going to be, or tomorrow's Wednesday, is a big relief rally. So if you look at my chart here again, I think what you're going to see is a relief rally, going up, all right, and have a big relief rally like this. But mostly on the NASDAQ stocks, there's going to be a big relief rally, going to have a big relief rally, and then it's going to collapse, go right back down again because we don't have those components. We don't have good earnings. In fact, as I said, during this earnings season we're in right now, everybody's been saying, and going into the fourth quarter, they're expecting a terrible, terrible environment of earnings. So we're going to get, I think, a relief rally. Why would we get such a relief rally? Well, because everybody's tired of all the lying that's going on. If you remember, Biden keeps telling everybody the day of his inauguration he took out a terrible, terrible economy, which was a bull-faced lie. He's inherited from Trump, an economy that's growing at 6%. He had the strongest economic recovery from COVID-19, strongest in the world out of everybody else had COVID. Our economy was the strongest. Biden inherited low unemployment, and he had new wages were high. 6 million people went back to their job. And by the way, Biden lied about that. He said that he created 6 million new jobs. No, he didn't. These are people going back to his job, back to their own jobs. And we had to remember this tremendous windfall, from Trump's tax cut in 2017. And the reason when Biden took over in 2021, January, his inauguration, the reason why he got a 6% GDP and his first two quarters were at 6% is because of the fact that the Treasury Department was getting a boatload of money from people because of the tax cuts. And so that saved him. Now, what happened was when he started to spend $20 million in its first 20 months, inflation went up to 8%, and wages were only at 4.5%. And then everything else started to go up. Okay, gasoline, you know, the whole deal. And it wasn't Putin's fault for gasoline. Remember, Biden, when he started out in 2021 January, it wasn't until November, okay, that Putin entered Ukraine, and gasoline was already went up from 239 to 369. We're already up 62%. So my point in all this, there's been so much lying going on about the economy that finally, when they throw the bums out, there's going to be such a relief that there'll be a relief rally. Now, I can't guarantee you that, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think the area that you want to stay in is going to be tech stocks. Now, which tech stocks? Join my gang, okay, free for 10 days. And you'll have access to the stocks that, you know, we're going to be involved with for the relief rally. And don't forget, too, on November 12th at 12 to 3 p.m., Saturday, we're going to have a webinar online. It's going to be archived for 2 weeks, so if you can't make it, how to do well in markets that have volatility like this, okay? Now, we limit it to 80 people, just to 80, okay? Because we can't get back to everybody because it's archived for 2 weeks and there's so many questions. We can just about get back to all the questions that derive from 80 folks. Get beyond that, we can't. So, but again, you know, I love having you come to my site every morning to find out what the market's going to do, give you a little insight. But what you really need to do is come to my website, come to philsgang.com, sign up for Working Investors for 10 days. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. At least you're going to learn how to sell short, you're going to learn how to execute, and you're going to understand how the market really works, okay? All right, so that's about it. So I'll see you on the charts. So we're looking forward to a relief rally on Wednesday. No guarantee, but I think it'll happen. See you on the charts.